everyone! This week your home learning task is to write some instructions for planting some seeds. Some of you might be doing this already in your gardens at home, but don't worry if you're not, because I'm going to plant some now. Let's go! So the things we're going to need to plant seeds are, first of all, we need some seeds. Today I've got some basil seeds. We need pots, some soil or some compost, and lastly some water. First, push some compost into your pot. Next, use your finger to make a hole in the middle. Then, put 2 or 3 seeds into each hole. After that, cover with more compost. Now give them a good water. Oops, a little bit too much. And lastly, put the pot in a warm, sunny place like a windowsill and leave it until shoots start to appear.
Now that you've seen me plant some seeds, let's have a look at how we could write our instructions. When you're writing your instructions, you'll need to remember to use a title, list your equipment or the things that you're going to need, use bullet points or numbers, use time conjunctions, use imperative verbs, they're those bossy words that we've learnt about before, and don't forget your capital letters, finger spaces and full stops. Time conjunctions are words that tell you when something's happening. So in your instructions, you'll probably use words like first, next, then, after that, lastly. Imperative verbs are those bossy words. They tell people what they need to do. So in your instructions, you'll use words like add, put, fill, pour. Let's have a look at an example of how we can write our instructions. Here I've used a title, I've written the things that I will need, and I've used some bullet points. Then in my instructions I've used numbers. I've used the time conjunctions first, next, then, after that, now and lastly. And I've used those bossy imperative verbs push, use, pop, cover, give and put. I've also remembered to use my capital letters, finger spaces and full stops because they're important whenever we do a piece of writing. You might want to use some pictures to make your instructions even more clear. I can't wait to see all the fantastic instructions that you write. If you'd like, you could write a diary of your plant as it grows. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.